Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. Yes, we are here first and foremost as human beings. And for me, I'll begin by saluting the resilience of the survivors and the families of the departed. It is your resilience that has seen this event commemorated every year, and also the resilience of your friends and supporters. I want to urge that the day also be a day to celebrate those who departed. You have memories of them as families and friends. It's a day to reflect on their lives. For the survivors, it's a day to thank God that indeed you survived and lived to tell the tale. It is also a day to ask, has justice been done to the survivors and to the families of the departed? 25 years on, still waiting for compensation. I'm aware that some form of support was given to some families, 173, if my records are correct, of the victims, and which came from USAID. But I'm also aware that there's been ongoing battle in the US courts for compensation of the victims who are non-Americans. I'm more aware about the Kenyan case. And I've been reflecting this morning and asking, what could we have done better as a country, as government, because there was a period I was in government? What could we have done better to expedite compensation for the victims? What could the US government have done better? Yes, we are friends. What could we have done as friends to ensure that there is closure for the victims? It's better late than never. Apart from the court battle, I think that a time has come when the two governments must sit together and see what can be done. It is not enough to say the matter is in court. Both governments have a responsibility. As has been aptly said here, Kenya took the bullet on behalf of the US. We cannot continue waiting for justice for the victims. May this be the year that the victims of this terrible crime finally have closure and have their compensation. On a larger scale, we are talking about building peace so that such incidents do not happen. And it's not just about international peace. It's about local peace. All politics are local. We must begin with where we stand. What are we doing as Kenya to find peace within us? What are we doing as the international community to find peace for the world? Peace is brought by feelings of grievances, whether imagined or real. Conflict is brought by feelings of grievances, imagined or real. May we take time also to introspect, see what are the issues that are bringing grievances in our nation and how they can be solved. May we take time to introspect on what are the grievances in the international arena which could bring lasting peace. Exploitation, discrimination, injustice, because there cannot be peace without justice. Why should the victims be asking for medical support? Kenya should be having universal access to health for everybody. The victims would not suffer. or their relatives, and no Kenyan would suffer. There are things we can do as a country which make life easier, not just for the survivors, but for all our nationals. There are things we can do internationally. The world order is rigged against the weak nations. We are called poor. We are not poor. Our resources continue to be extracted mercilessly, and to support the rich nations to continue with good life while we carry the burden. Look at the countries listed as the poorest. They are the countries richest in all manner of minerals and natural resources. So I'm saying, commemorating the bomb blast, we must go back to the question of peace in the world. And if we want to live as brothers, we have to treat each other as brothers and sisters, internally and externally. These are the things I suggest we ponder on today. May I not finish without starting where I should have begun. That I'm here with my colleagues, also representing our leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, who brings his greetings. When you see me, see my brother Kalonzo and Wamalwa, know that the entire, and also Senator Kavindu and Manzo here, it means the entire Azimio fraternity